every time, everywhere I look, every student group, can I pay my tuition fee while working and schooling in the UK? Can I pay it without doing illegal work? Can I pay it without risking my studentship? Can I pay it without being reported? And you get people saying no, yes, no, yes. It's a whole debate. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about whether you can pay, whether you cannot pay, and the tips and tricks that you can use to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So if you want to know what I'm talking about and what my answer will be, then keep on watching.
I'm getting forget. Everybody know I'm a visual. Yeah, I kill it cold like a criminal. I'm everybody's type, but nobody can deny. Yes, you know I get it, I'm getting forget. Yeah, I'ma bring the crazy. Get that freaky on, get that freaky, getting forget.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omomi, aka Petite Diva, and I am a University of Nottingham alumni and a Developing Solutions Scholarship Award winner. So now, for me, I was able to get, like I said, Developing Solutions Scholarship, which helped pay for 50% of my tuition fee. And I also was able to get a bursary from my school, which is the School of Medicine Division of Epidemiology. And that was about £4,450. So it helped reduce my tuition fee by about 2/3. So I had to pay 1/3. But even with that 1/3, I still struggled to pay. And one of the reasons I struggled to pay was that the things happened. Yeah, things happened. I was expecting a certain amount of money to help pay the school fees, and it didn't come. And then another thing is, I did not really know about what I'm going to share now. Then I just knew that I wanted to go to University of Nottingham, Russell Group. At that point, I didn't even know it was a Russell Group University. I just was like, I'd heard so much about it. I had friends, colleagues in the school, so I was just like, oh, it looks like a great school. And then the Developing Solution Scholarship was enticing, like 100% tuition fee scholarship or 50% tuition fee. So that kind of made me choose that school. But right now, if I was to advise someone, I will give that person all the tips just the way I'm going to give it to you for free. So now the big question, can you pay your tuition fee while working and studying in the UK? If you are considering studying in the UK as an international student, you know that you can only work 20 hours per week. Do more, they will wait for you, and they would find you later, or they will deal with you later. Now you all know that there's the post-study work visa, so you have to apply after you finish your school. So if you do anyhow during school, they will wait for you at that point. When you apply after paying all the money, they tell you no. So now, can you work and pay, or can you study and work and pay for your school fees? Now, the answer is yes, and the big no. If you go to my school, or schools like my school, the Russell Group schools, the Oxford, the Cambridge, which have school fees of over 22,000, 30,000, 40,000, there is no way, except you get a full scholarship, or you get a scholarship like I did and bursary 2/3, that will reduce your money to maybe 8,000, 7,000, 10,000. There is no way you can work, school, and pay your school fees. It is impossible. Because, okay, now, as of April, the minimum wage will be £9.50. You are supposed to work, let's round it up to £10, work 20 hours per week. That's 800 per month. without your NIN reduction, as the national insurance reduction. So at the end of the day, you might not get that 800, you might get like 750. And at the end of the day, honestly, you might not get 20 hours every week. And this is not, I get 25 hours. That's another thing people need to understand. You are supposed to work 20 hours every week, not 25 hours week 1, 15 hours week 2. Then you say an average of 20. No, 20 hours every week. No more. Can be less. So you cannot. But how can you pay your school fees while working? Here are some tips that can make you pay your school fees, that can help you pay your school fees while working and studying without running the risk of losing your studentship or being reported to home office or affecting your chances of getting a post-study work visa. The first thing, obvious thing, is select a school with an affordable tuition fee. Selecting a school with an affordable tuition fee would help you to be able to pay. Part of the criteria in selecting a school with affordable tuition fee is selecting a school that gives automatic discount or automatic scholarships to international students. So you could check my last video on the list of schools that have automatic discounts, and also my previous video on schools that have cheap tuition fees even though they don't have automatic discount. Now, for my school, like I said, I was one of the 75 people that year that got the 50%. So, but you know that 75 people out of the amount of people that applied. So if the grace is not there for you to get that kind of scholarship, there is no point in going to a school like my school if you cannot afford it. That's the honest truth. So selecting a school that has affordable tuition fee, and in this case I would say something like less than 14,000 pounds per year, is kind of affordable. If you can get 10, most of the time you might not get 10, but you can get 10, you can get 13, 12, that's okay. So that's your first step. Look for schools with automatic discounts and cheap tuition fee. Now, the second one that I would advise is to try and pay like 3,000 or 4,000 before you get to UK. Now, some schools will tell you tuition fee, 2,000, blah, 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 or 1,500. But when you get to the school, you will pay 50% of the remaining school fees in October and you're resuming in September. How? But if you pay like 4,000, 3,000, it reduces the amount of school fees you have to pay in the UK. There are a lot of bills to pay in the first few months. You're looking for accommodation. Accommodation is paid monthly, and some landlords or landladies will want their money to be paid, want rent to be paid for like 3 to 6 months if you don't have a guarantor. A guarantor in Nigeria, a guarantor in the UK usually is someone who is working. At first, it used to be someone who has a house, but now it's someone who is working and living in the UK. And if you don't know anybody, how would you get a guarantor? So that is a whole lot of things you have to concentrate on when you get there. Accommodation, bus pass, quite a few things will take your money. So yeah, you're going to get 50% of the remaining. If you have 8,000 to pay, that's like anyway choice. So you get my drift. The third factor you have to consider is selecting a school with a great installment plan. The more the installment payment, the better. I have a video up where I talk about the installment plan of some schools. I discuss it in full, so you can check out the schools. I talk about the pros, kind of talk about the pros and cons you would get all the information you need there, and it's one video you need to check out after this if you've not watched it. Because if you have a school that has 12 installment payment plan, you can pay your school fees. I can show you that. If you have one that is 9 months, if you have one that is 5, it's really going to be easier for you to pay your school fees while working and studying without losing your studentship. Now, the fourth one, I'm going to do a full video about it. It's, for me, is to select September intake, which means to go for the September intake, because most schools have like September, January, some have May, June intake, so you can resume school at those points in time. But September is like the most popular intake. For me, why I say select and go in September. So if you are supposed to resume September 19, you are allowed to go into the UK like 1 month before your resumption date, based on the application for your visa, how you applied for your visa, what you stated the time you wanted to leave or wanted to enter the UK. So if you go around August 19, if you are a new immigrant, new international student, you have to sign up for NIN, get your BRP, get a bank account, all that shebang. That might take maybe 1 to 2 weeks. So setting up all those things, you can start. Then you can also get a job and start working. And I believe you can work full time before the start of your school. So if you get there August 19 and your school starting September 19, you should be able to get about 2 or 3 weeks of full-time work if you can find job fast and get your NIN and all those things fast. And then another thing why I say September intake is because most of the students, undergraduate, postgraduate, a lot of them are coming at that point in time. So there's a lot of jobs opening. So if you get there early, the jobs are there. They're just waiting for the students. So if you get there early, you can quickly get those jobs. If you go in January intake, most of the jobs are already taken. Another advantage of the September intake, which can help you pay your school fees, is you can get a Christmas job by going early. Most of the places, most of the shops and jobs and companies start advertising for Christmas helpers by August. Yeah, start early. So if you get there on time, you can actually get those jobs and start working in the place and then work Christmas jobs. Now, why am I mentioning Christmas job? Because during the Christmas period, you have 4 weeks of break. Most schools have 4 weeks of break for students. And that 4 weeks, you can work more than 40 hours. You can work more than 20 hours. And if you work during the Christmas period, that's Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, New Year Eve, New Year's Day, you could get double pay or a pay and a half. And what do I mean by double pay? If your hourly wage is £10 per hour, working on those days, particularly those days, you could get £20 per hour or £15 per hour. So you could get, if you have a 10-hour shift, you could go from getting £100 for that day to 200 or 150. People have been known to make £3,000 to £4,000 during that weekend, during that Christmas break, and £4,000 out of your school fees. You know, minus NIN reduction, because you're not technically supposed to pay tax as a student on any money you earn that is less than 12,500. During my time, it was 11,000. They actually removed my money. I called tax office and said, "Uncle, I am an international student. Please refund my money." They refunded it back. I was like, when did you see that I already end up to 11,000? Like, during that first few months, like the first 10 months or 11 months, there is no how you're going to earn up to £12,000 legally, in my own opinion. So, but you would have NIN reduction. Any which way, so that is one thing, that's some of the benefits of going in September. It can help you pay your school fees, because at that point you can gather a lot of money, especially during the Christmas break. Another thing that can help you pay your school fees is to reduce your spending. You are not killing with the big boys. You came for something, and that is to get a UK-based, a global education, and you need to pay your school fees. Don't chill with any big boy. If you get invited out, ask, are you going to pay for my drinks and fooding? Which most likely is no. Because most times when you are invited out, you are expected to pay for your drinks and food. So if you keep on chilling with the big boys, you are going to enter trouble. So reduce the spending. Buy clothes that are on sales. If you want to buy canvas, check out Sport Direct or JD Direct. So check out the sales section of most of those. ASOS for girls, Primark, everything £5. Those are where you can get clothes and the rest cheap. If you're buying food, Asda, Tesco is a bit expensive, but Asda, Poundland, Poundboard, if you're buying toiletries, all those things, that's where you get cheap. So those are the kind of things that will help you save your money and help you pay your school fees legally. Another tip is to also communicate with your finance department. If you cannot meet the installment plan, so when you get there, you can establish an installment payment plan that favors you. So that would help you relieve some of the tension. So you get there and you establish it first, not when it has started hooking you, because that's why they didn't answer me for mine. But any which way, they still gave me some leverage. They told me to pay a certain amount, and then the rest they not even added extra fine. Ugh. Anyhow, now this is a major tip that I don't think most people know until they get there, and it almost hook them. If you are a student, have multiple jobs. Yes. If you are going to do a care job, sign up with different, maybe 2 or 3 agencies. Now, why am I saying it? Because sometimes you might not get shift with one agency. You might have to combine shifts. Like, I think I had 4 jobs. I had 4 and 2 with one agency, but the agency was like the staff, it was separate. They were a separate entity, but the same agency. So I was working at Boots and I was working at a food industry. So if I don't get shift here, I'm going to this one. That's the way to combine it. So that, especially during that Christmas season, have multiple jobs. Have at least 2 or 3, so that if you don't get shifts here, you get it there. So that at that Christmas period, you are working every day or working enough to pay your school fees. But don't forget your assignments, because assignments will be given to you plenty, and you will have to submit in January. Any which way, I hope this video was able to answer your question, or the almighty question: can I pay my tuition fee as a student, as an international student working and studying in the UK? So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it useful, please share it to your friends and family that might be thinking of studying in the UK and have been thinking about the payment of tuition fee. Hopefully this will help them make the right decision. My next video would be all about my SOP. It'll be all about statement of purpose, my two statement of purpose that I said I would read and also describe how to write an SOP, how to write an SOP that would guarantee you an admission. The SOP techniques that I would talk about is one that I've used to help people get over 20 admission, almost 30 in the last 3 months. So, of different backgrounds, so it works. People are paying 20,000, 10,000 for SOP. So if I'm sharing my SOP, first time ever, my 2 SOPs, first time ever, with you guys, all you need to do is just subscribe and click on that bell notification so that you're notified. And also watch my ads. Thank you. Please leave your question in the comment section and I will check it out. If I cannot reply immediately, I might do a video and explain it in more details to you so that you understand better. So if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section. So this is the end of this video. If you like this video, again, please give it a thumbs up. It helps with the engagement and it also helps YouTube to know that people like this video. So all videos like this on my channel, and then share it to other people. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you gained something, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.